Good afternoon, my fans, my followers. Good afternoon, my good people. Good afternoon, my best people. Once again, my name is Adam Mami Water. Congrats, nkolika, nwankwo, the ancient lady, the ancestors' mouthpiece, the water model. Most namely, where everyone was for on a mission to bring back the old ways. I'm not here for the sheep, I'm here for the sleeping lions. And I'm not here for everybody. My one and only number is 080 34 13 1000. Be careful when you are choosing your calling. Be careful when you are choosing the calling. Before I enter, I want to enter tube of Obanje. I've seen some of people that come to my chamber. They go to one Alpha say that they are Obanje. They have go and decorate, bring a shrine. They have go and bring water. They have go started calling. They have not named themselves a name. They have started their calling. Some of them are not even called to work on people. In water kingdom, they have many talents in water. Water has singers. Water has dancer. Water has a bone doctor. Water has madness doctor. I can't cure madness now. It's not in my spirit line. Water have many talents. It wasn't mean that your Wanje means you must be Dibe or Niti or Ez and wine. That is why some of you need to go home and ask about your history. Parental history, both father and mother. You need to go home and ask questions about your life. You need to go home and ask, what does my great-grandfather did, my mother did? What did they know them as? It will help you a lot. What about social media? Everybody is coming on teaching. If you start into social media, sometimes it gets confused. It will not help you know the kind of calling they called you. Obanje doesn't mean that you be deeper as a wine. The Obanje, their own is to acknowledge Obanje people and focus on their mission. They will not ever, you never have title to work on people. The Obanje, some Obanje are just to cook herbs. Give people in draws with herbs. Glass herbs talk to them. But they are Obanje, don't work on people. There are Obanjes that they are only just to discover you. I don't do you. I can't come and discover you. It's not in my destiny. I'm not called for that you. But there's a deep reason why that did you. Every Obanje people doesn't mean you will be deep as and wine. Everybody that is from water doesn't mean that you start being deep as and wine. Know it today. Be careful. Because let me tell you, if you are not doing your calling, you have a curse that will last in your generation. And the spiritual people start cursing you. Where will you run to? There are one day that the water doesn't call, the land only call them. You can't walk any work on water. Being deep and essay doesn't mean that you do all work. There are people, the marine kingdom doesn't call, the land call them. There are people they call to do awere. Any helps to do awere. Know your areas of your calling. There are people that can't come and take you to the water and work on you. If they try it, the water work will never go. There are people that doesn't give any title, hand to work on people. It's not you are going to the water ringing by the cocoa. Does that offering accepted by the water people? There are people. One just the Ajana called them. They only feed Ajana. Men normally have that calling. Yes, Ajana. I can't go. I don't feed Ajana. I only meet person that do that. To take anybody to that person, he will do the job. I can't come and feed Ajana. Dibe or Ezewan doesn't do everything. There are people that are called to cover debt. All these deep and Ezewan have different calling. You can't be like me, I can't be like you. Be careful when choosing calling. As I'm telling you, you have to be smart and wise when you come back to tradition. Say that you have a calling. Say yes. Be knowing the split guide that in line with your alpha. Be acknowledging them. Real you will come out. Some of you will go to a place that the man is doing only EU work. You go and learn work. What are you learning? Your spiritual people didn't call you to do EU work, but you say that I have to learn work. But when you haven't acknowledged your own split guide, nobody teach me what I'm teaching you guys now. I'm Mr. Dr. DB, called by the Marine Kingdom. I also teach. How can you come and learn me? Me preaching now, my happy teaching self. Every time I will not have rest. But it's part of a 1G. So when they call you a 1J in the Wafa, does not mean you must be SNY or native doctor. When they call you a 1J from Marine Kingdom, doesn't mean you work on people. When they call you a 1J, doesn't mean you will do all work. Know the elements that called you. There are people that they have a calling, but they have to acknowledge their own split guide and facing pharmacy shop to sell drugs. There are people they called only for bone. When they hold your bone, breakable bone, they will arrange it. There are people they call to cure madness. I can't cure madness. I'm not called. If you bring any mad people in my chamber, now you and your madness go suffer them. I can't cure madness. It's not in my. It doesn't mean that it's not in my line. Like I don't have any. My ancestors don't cure madness. But there are people the one that cure madness. It's calling. So cool down. Some of you are going to a wrong direction, and that cause doesn't suffer only you. Generation. When they hear a one, doesn't mean I'm a 1J now. Start my calling. There are people they might not call just to set to acknowledge them and be doing what you are doing. Not everybody will bring in water home. Not everybody will bring in water home. Not everybody will bring in water of recreation home. Before you embark in spiritual journey, ask question. Be smart enough, because anything that you do, you didn't do it correctly. Not only you suffer them. See, if you can back, you carry your cross. Be extremely careful. The gods, the universe is not like a Christians. The God didn't talk or doesn't show action. In tradition, anything that you do, the God doesn't forgive you. Do bad, he will follow you. Do good, he will follow you. No matter what you are making, no matter how much money you are getting, one day all the money will vanish. Doesn't come out from your hand, from your keys. They will never have anything to achieve. So when they say that you are not 1J, doesn't mean you must call for Dibanese and wine. There are many people that open shrine, go and bring in water home, but they are not called to work on people. Any work you do on anybody will not work. You are fake. Because the spiritual people are not called to do the work. I'm not the one doing your work. My spiritual guys. Because I've answered my calling. So why are you working on people when you are not ordained? When you are spiritual, it doesn't mean that you work on people. Be extremely careful. Many teachers on social media. Some Dibanese and one are using people to get clients. I'm talking it out. Be smart enough. And not all alpha are the same. There are people that are destined to see inner ancestral alpha rossi. And people that are destined to see half. That maybe alpha you see how any type. Anywhere you fall in, may your chick guide you. But being a 1J, being a 1 doesn't mean that you must work on people. Working on people, is that what your spiritual people called you? There are 1J that are great dreamers. I can't come and talk about dreams here. Ask people that chat me dream. If you tell me anything about dream, you're telling me an empty person. And I tell you, I don't talk about dreams. But there are 1J, they use your dream and give you alpha. Na calling. I don't do everything. Know your areas to help yourself. Know your areas to save your generation. No matter the money you are making for this calling, my dear, if you are not in your line, the punishment lasts even you can get back. It lasts well. Or 1J, it doesn't mean that everybody will be deep and wine. People that are even called are few. People that the gods called are few. Everybody is not meant to be Dibanese and wine. Know your calling. And not all Dibanese and wine are called to do awere. Are called to do charm. Are called to do ogu. Are called to ishite, whatever you call it. Know your areas. Focus on the one. And all Dibanese, not all Dibanese and wine must work on people on the water. Because anything that you are doing, acts of your mission, your calling, is fake. Your spiritual people will not put hand. It's not work. Be extremely careful. When you run after, they tell you have a calling. Answer yes. Hear the person out to know the spirit guide that talking to you. Want you to settle. So there are many. Alpha will not see everything once. Will not see everything once. That first one, you do it. Tradition is not what you do once, you go and sit down. Because if you start talking about spirit that hold people, there are many. One after the other. Don't rush it. You're picking your pieces. One after the other. One after the other. One after the other. And you going to somebody's house, sitting there learning anything. And say it's bad though. But you that motherfucker, what have you acknowledged in yourself? What have you bringing? Which spirit have you acknowledged? Nothing. You are just empty. Just learning something. What are you learning? Why can't you ask questions about yourself? Ask your spirit guide. The person that I want you to know them, acknowledge them. Start from there. Somebody will be raining now doesn't mean that you will not rain your own. Start somewhere. Pick up your pieces. Be careful when choosing a call. One doesn't you have work on people. Know your area. Measure your own is do. Acknowledge them and be doing what you are doing. Be starting making your business. Be spending more on yourself. So when they tell you I have a calling, don't go and stay anybody's house, start learning work. Start picking your pieces, arranging your spirit guide. Your one is different. Your one may be curing people, sick people. Your one may be only aware. It work for you. Your one may be bone. If you have any problem in the bone, you solve it. Your one may be pregnant women. Anybody that's looking for children, you just give the person health, the person will get pregnant. Now calling So all the Dibanese doesn't do all work. Know your areas, the kind of thing they called you, and focus on it. And how do you know all those things? Is when you come into it, start acknowledging them. You are not the one that called yourself. People that called you will use you. Don't allow Dini Dibe to use you plant as a guinea client bringer. Because some of them are not good people. That is the one thing about life. Because no matter if you're a Dibe, if you are a wicked person, whether you're a Dibe, whether you come to be a Dibe as one, you must be wicked. Character doesn't change. Call doesn't change any character. If you are stingy and so stingy, you will not enter into ordinary. You must be that stingy. What changes you is that you are now into tradition. But your character remains your character. If you are too greedy and too wicked people, you keep on being that. What's changing you is that you are still deep and as and wine. That is the main thing. So being on one doesn't mean that you work on people, work on yourself. One after the other. Don't rush things. Work on yourself and be raising your spiritual people. Be rounding up in life. So all Abanje are not called by the gods, by the marine people. All the Dibanese one doesn't mean that you work for water. The people that the water called, marine woman called, the people that the land, the earth called. So know your area, focus on it. There are people that the fire even call, and the lights even call. So there are many. So don't mean that every time you ranging by in the water, you water you rest, I beg. People that the water called are even few. That's why the many are called, few are choosing. And being a water person that you must be as a one as a work is a lie. Water has singer. If you see their voice, they use that voice to change so. But they are on water for Mali Kingdom. Water have dancer, the same thing. Water have engineers. Water have doctors and nurses. Being a water person doesn't mean that you must start your calling as a wine. And And being a one is a debate, please. Have they allowed you to bring in shrine? Have the water said you should bring them back home? You just stand up and start being your calling. Start bringing water. Because anything that you do, the cause, the punishment, you will not even stand it. Even when you get back, you will not even stand it. Be careful. They will not be using you don't know. And anything that you did in tradition that is bad, the gods doesn't forgive. Mind what you are doing. All Wanje are not called by the water people. And all Wanje are not to work on water people. Some people are Wanje, they are possessed. Their own is to kill people, destroy people, scatter people. Just for them to acknowledge their own Wanje, they will start doing their calling by getting facing their business. They just go and they settle and acknowledge that spirit. They will be free. But now, Wanje are now entering into the DBS and why? What is all this? If you are called for DBS, I know what you do to somebody. If you are really called, that will be fake. Because the gods that are called, you carry the power of gaining to work on people, and the people can get testimony. People that are called are few Africans. Be careful. Don't want anybody to be using you. You don't know. Not everybody is called to work on people. And not everybody, any DBS and wine, must work on water. Everybody must rank bell. And if you're a water person, try as Mami Water hates sham. Mami Water hates all those awere. Mami Water hates killing. Mami Water hates to beat somebody, kill somebody. Water get the goddess hates evil. So when you are doing any work on people, be careful if you are a marine girl or marine boy. But you know, they will not pay you any amount. They will pay, they collect your life. Because Mami Water, name me, I know. When she stand for you, fights you, nobody can save you. Even the water you drink is name me. So mind you as a water person, mind where you involve yourself. Like me now, I can't tie currents. If I ask them, they will tell me I can't do this. Don't go and be doing bad work. Mami Water hates bad thing. She's the most peaceful spirit I ever seen in my life. Don't go and follow that debate, do what they are doing because they are raining. Know your area, know your gap. Doing your own. The people that call you will never allow hunger to catch you. They will be making a way for you. Africans, rise. Africans, know what you are doing. Not everybody must be called. Not everybody called must begin to work on people. Not all Wanje must have a calling. Not all Wanje must be an and why. Not all people that are called must work on water. Start now to pick up your pieces, your spiritual people. Your areas will catch up. We are few. People that Mami Water called are few. But many are spreading. No matter the money you get from shrine, from doggos, if you get it in a bad way, it goes out. Whether from you or from your children, when you die, they will sow all your property. The money must vanish. Keep your calling truthful and peaceful. So that anything they give you will last till your generation. Be careful with marine woman. She's a good woman. She don't love wickedness and evil. A water person doesn't partake in evil. Doesn't fake people. If you do it, when she will stand for you to fight you, the water you take will choke you. Once again, my name is Adam Amir Water. Upcomers, be careful. Social media, many different and why are there. Everybody are preaching. That you not go and hear this one. Tomorrow another one will enter. First of all, go to your foundation, ask them. I said I'm called. What kind of calling did we have in this foundation? What does we forbid? Like me, I can't partake in okite. Even the land of my village so forbid okite. Yes. My father has, they forbid it. My ancestors forbid it. If I do it, I will die young. So no matter the money they are making there, that really can never do it. Because my ancestors hate it. My gods in their land hate okite. So I can't partake in okite. So likewise you, I try to ask about your own lineage, about your own village. What their own gods forbid. No matter the money you are making now, they forbid it. Check about yourself. Don't allow them to be using you because that cost, carry the cost on your children. You know? So please, all Obanjes must not work on people. Not all Dibanese and wine must work on people in the water. Be extremely careful when you are called. Don't rush and start calling. You don't know what you are starting. Picking up your pieces work on you. Arranging your spiritual before you do anything. Bring water, bra bra bra. Make it hear from the gods that you should do this. Go ahead and do it. Arrange your spiritual people. Rise up. They will help you. I love you guys so much. Once again, my name is nwankwo, the Adam Miri, the ancient lady. I'm a doctor. I'm also born to teach. I'm not here for anybody, but I'm doing my call. I'm here for the sleeping lions. So, Betafa is sand. Obanje. Don't go and start calling, Obanje, know your area. Obanje doesn't mean you are called to be a DBS and wine. Obanje doesn't mean that you start your calling. And you are called doesn't mean that you start your calling immediately. Work on yourself. Everybody necessary. But your gods, people that are called will help you. They'll come out and bright you. And anything that you're getting from calling will last. Stay tuned tomorrow. For now, I love you guys. Bye.